Welcome back to another episode of City Skylines with me, the Big Cat. We're in Wakiville. I've done some things off camera. I put a bridge in. I ran some pipes underneath the roads that we built in episode 16. I also threw a bus thing in out by one of our train stations, and in our new area, I threw one in there as well. I think that we're going to detour off the university a little bit for a minute to kind of continue to the university in a way. But I think the university would want us to redevelop some things that are here in the way. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then we'll continue our university. This is probably going to be a 3 or 4 episode thing, as there's highway work that needs to be done. There's all kinds of things that have to be done in order for this to all work. You'll notice that I also threw down some grid over where the university is going. Kind of ran some roads in, kind of did some things there to start preparing to put the university in. Things aren't looking bad though. So let's hop in here. Let's hop in here to where we're going, which is over here. And we're going to look at redeveloping this space here, because there is so much going on right here. And I feel like a cargo hub could do us some good here with all this space behind us. I feel like a cargo hub could do some good with this space over here, and with this space here could really do us some good. So we're going to look into getting a train line back here. I put this train station in off camera as well, which seems to be a huge hot spot for people coming into the city to get on the train and be able to go throughout the city. So we're going to hop in here, and our first line of duty is going to be getting these off of our area. So we're going to go ahead and buy this tile up here. And we're going to start doing some things here to get this all laid out. But this isn't going to be as simple as, oh, we bought the tile, we're going to move the stuff over. This highway is not going to work being bermed up like this and stuff. So, I think that we're going to look at putting a different airport in somewhere else. It might actually sit out here. We might just move this one out here for now, just to get it out of the way. Let's check our land and make sure it's pretty level out here, so it would probably work. Click the wrong button. Sorry about that. Alright. So yeah, we're going to throw that airport out here for now. Just to get it out of our way. That gets that out of our way. Our goal today is to move these from here to here. Establish some connections into the area back here. Because I think in due time what you're going to see is the power plant, all that stuff just coming in out here. As time goes on. Because that's just the way that we're going to have to do things, I think. I told you we were going to level this out and make it look better. That's what we're kind of working on right now. Just leveling this space out. Just to kind of get a feel for what's going on here. That looks better than it did. That rough edge stuff is gone for the most part. So I think we're going to take this road. Once again, just popping across that highway space. Right there. Because you have to remember that this is going to change. This highway is going to come out of here into a better way, I guess we would say. It's going to get flattened out. The sewer company moving in out here. It's going to give you some options to kind of okay. So that's probably going to be the home of our sewer plants there. Yeah, we'll move that over there for now. We gotta pause this, otherwise we're gonna crash the whole city. Moving this all over here is going to allow us to really develop access to this space here. This space over here is not very accessible right now, so we're gonna have to get that taken care of is the goal. And as you can see, we're at the edge of our sewage capacity. But fixing this highway is high on the priority list. Getting connections from here to over there, from here to over here is very high on the priority list, because the university would want nothing but the best whenever it comes to this space. That's just how universities are. So they would want nothing but the best, and they would not take no for an answer as far as that goes. They would not take no for an answer, and they would be doing exactly what we're doing. They would be cleaning up their space. They'd probably even pay for things like what we're doing right now with the sewage and things. They'd probably even pay for some of that just so that it looked better for their campus. We are eliminating this little on-ramp thing. It's nothing but a problem. I think I put it here originally to have a connection because this area here wasn't connected. So I think I kind of put that there for a connection into the city. But now that that's connected, we have all kinds of connections, so we don't got to worry about that anymore. I'm going to take this back to here. Just going to come in here with the soften tool. I think that ought to do it. Let's knock our brush down. Smaller. You can see though that things are a little bit. This is going to make a huge improvement to the city. You can tell this is going to be a huge improvement by putting in this just by having these connected up. Sorry, I just put this bridge in. I know that. I'm just taking it out because I'm not sure how this is going to work. We have literally changed the positioning of our highway, which is okay. We can deal with it. Doesn't look bad, huh? Probably actually is better than what it was as far as trying to find that guideline. Alright, that's not bad. We have to do some directionality changing on this side here. And then we have to do some bridging for this space here. Okay, so now that's all put in. We're all good there. And we're gonna have to hook this rail back up real quick here. It shouldn't be too hard though. So yeah, that doesn't look too bad there. We'll go ahead and let that be. As you can see, we do have a pretty good demand, so we have things to work with there. We can also fix this up since we got rid of that little interchange. Might be able to come at that a different way. Our goal is to put one of these here. So we're going to go into some big road here. We're going to go to this one here. We're going to pull that back. Pull that back to there. Yes, I know. I paid all this money for all these trees, and now I'm just taking them all back out. It's kind of funny. I'm just going to soften this a little bit. See if we can't get rid of some of that hillside. Seems to be a part of the landscape there. Now let's soften that back. Go in here, reconnect this. That looks better. We are going to move this fire station out of here over to here. We're going to pull this across. And then we're just going to make a connection like that. And we're just going to throw this fire station in right next to the bus terminal. Instead of bridging it, I think we're just going to do something here. We're going to soften this up. Let's see what happens when we soften that all up. I'm gonna take this out. And keep softening that. We're gonna run this on the flat down into here. Okay. We're gonna eliminate this little bridge. We're gonna eliminate that. We're gonna make we're gonna bring this back out to there. We're gonna run this up to here. And then we're gonna soften this up right here. Once again. There's going to be development put in here, so we're going to adjust a couple things here. Just to be able to get down through there. Pull this down. Pull that to there. Okay. That looks a whole lot better, huh? Looks a whole lot better. And then we're going to grab this highway piece right here. Leave it elevated to right there. Okay. And then we're just going to run right through here. All right. So this needs to move back a little bit more from the road. So we'll come right there. And then we'll go like that. Like this. Sorry, kind of having a little bit of a moment here, trying to figure out what we need to do here to get these two rails connected back in. is the cargo line. This is the one that comes from the cargo station. And this one comes from the passengers. So if we throw one in here and one in here. Bring him across the road. Connect him up. Okay, so now that's the passenger rail that needs to connect up to right here, which it will. Okay. In fact, maybe allowing us to move these down. Probably be a train station put in here. Let's get this ran out and connected. So let's get this ran out and connected. Okay, so now we have our highway connected back up. It's not directionally correct, but it's connected. Okay. Which gives us this space here. Which is going to allow us to throw our cargo hub in here. Because this one here is going to come this is the cargo line. It's going to grab from right there. That's not going to sit there forever, but it can sit there for now. Because that has to hook into there eventually here. Let's try to get this ran back in here. Causing us to have to move this again because there's just not enough space to get that railroad through there. Okay. Okay, so we got that. Okay, now let's see. Pop this up. Can we... Okay, that works, I guess. Brings the cargo line in here. Which is kind of what we wanted to have happen. Okay. Right there. There's that. Bring this up to right there. Boop, 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 done. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and grab the nursing home facility, and we're going to put it right there. Okay. Now, we have one more connection to make here, which I think is actually going to be pretty simple when we get down to the basis of it. Yeah, that works, that works, that works, that works. Alright, so we have everything figured out. Rough drafted, I guess you'd say. But this sitting along this road is not going to work. So we're going to take this out, put it over here for a minute. Go into one-way roads. You know, grab ourselves a one-way road. Preferably not that one. Okay. And we're going to come off of here like that and like that. Okay. Yeah. And then we're going to throw this here. Okay. And we're going to bring this in. Get rid of that little bend. We can go like that. Okay. That gets rid of that whole entire mess that was there. While still allowing us to have multiple access points into this area, which will hopefully eliminate some of the congestion that's in this area. Okay. here to the roads. We're going to grab ourselves a two-way road. Yeah, we're going to keep going on this road here. We're going to keep this development going. Okay? But we're going to walk away for a minute here. And kind of let things play a little bit. No, we're not. Yeah, we're gonna leave it right here, I think. I have some issues I gotta take care of. Actually, I can probably fix it pretty easily. Give me a second here. Because I want to let things develop a little bit. Or settle in. Okay. Let's care of our problem. The slightest. All right. Yeah. Okay. now have power to everything. We're just kind of going to let this flow a little bit. Maybe we'll take a train ride. I hooked the wrong train lines. And you guys let me do it. Alright, so we're in the process of redeveloping. We're going to call it here today. We did our one goal, which was to get this stuff out of here. Trying to keep the episodes shorter. So we got our cargo hub moved in, put in place, the cargo train station to be able to move goods over here to hopefully improve traffic a little bit. And we have a little bit of a train issue that I have to work out, probably off camera. But yeah, we're going to leave it here. So, things are looking pretty good, I think. I mean, as we're kind of looking around here a little bit, you can see that besides that one little train issue, which I'll figure it out, it might be connected right. Because that one comes off of the cargo. Or that comes off of the... yeah. So this bridge comes in and should connect to here. Yeah, we'll figure this all out. We'll get this all sorted out. It's not going to be a big issue. This line's going to move as well, I think. We're going to tuck this in behind the nursing home eventually. Might be something I do off camera. But I wanted to give you guys a chance to see us drop this highway into place where it needed to be and stuff. And make sure you share to your friends and share to your family and share to everyone that you know. Tell them to come and watch The Big Cat on YouTube and come and enjoy the scenes and beauty of Wakiville. I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you viewing. I appreciate your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes. Everything you guys do, I appreciate it. And I'll see you in the very next episode. Thank you so much for joining us today.